Hello friends! Today we are making glycerin soaps with vitamins and essential oils naturally colored using clays, supplements and spices. This option is perfect for beginners who never made any soap and would like to switch to own homemade, healthier and cheaper soaps. First, let me show you the batch I made and explain the ingredients I used. Stay with me until the end, where I will share with you the type of glycerin base I use, a cost breakdown per volume and tips on how to save money, the types of ingredients to avoid when buying melt and pour soap base, and the formula for calculating the cost per soap. I made this batch yesterday. I often make one large batch, and these soaps usually last for about a month or two. This batch was made in a large silicone mold which requires about 1.4 kg of glycerin soap base, then cut into pieces. Each soap produces what's commonly called ash. As you can see in this video, when I make soaps for myself I just leave it as it is, but if I'm making a batch for friends, I remove it with a knife. Now, let's go through the ingredients. I use only semi-transparent glycerin soap base made from organic ingredients, which has a yellowish color. I don't use clear glycerin soap base because it's of lower quality. Due to the yellowish color, you might sometimes end up with a different soap color than you planned. For example, I once used blue spirulina and achieved a purple color like the one in the photo. For these two soaps with slightly different colors, I use French pink and red clays, about 1 to 2 teaspoons each. For this one, I use bentonite clay, which can absorb toxins, making it great not just for soap but also for face and body mask. For this soap, with a slightly dark green color, I mixed about 1 teaspoon of organic chlorella powder with 1 teaspoon of green spirulina. Both are very rich in nutrients. For the orange soap, I use turmeric, a kitchen spice that I'm sure you all have. Turmeric is quite strong, so I recommend using only about quarter or half of teaspoon. The same goes if you want to use cinnamon. To achieve a black color, you can use activated charcoal. These were the colorants. I also add around 4 drops each of vitamin E and A. I use simple food supplements for my soaps and skincare. You can also buy cosmetic vitamin E, but I don't think it's as high in quality as the food-grade version. You can use essential oils if you like. When I make soaps for myself, I don't use them mainly because I try to use organic ones and they can be quite expensive. I usually reserve them for soaps I make as a gift for friends, using around 8 drops of essential oil per 150 grams of soap. I follow the same process for all my soaps, so let's jump to the next part of the video and see how to make it. You will need about 1 teaspoon of curry oil, and I use my own oil infusions. Check out my other video on how to make your own oil infusions using a slow cooker. I'm using 150 grams of semi-transparent glycerin soap melt and pour base. I'm just putting the glycerin in a saucepan and setting it aside for a moment. Let's prepare our colorant first. I'm mixing around 1 teaspoon of organic chlorella with 1 teaspoon of organic spirulina and adding a few drops of essential oil. It looks like there's not much left in this bottle, so let's try a different one. Next, I add 4 drops each of vitamin E and vitamin A. I'm going to use the infused oil to make a paste, starting with 1 teaspoon and gradually adding more oil if needed. If you use powdered colorant directly in a hot melt glycerin soap base, it won't mix well and will leave small chunks, so it's a good idea to create a paste first. Here are the molds I'm going to use. The small ones are usually for any leftover. I melted the glycerin base on low heat and now I will add the colorant paste. It's important to do this quickly because it sets very fast. Try to melt it gentle and avoid bringing it to a boil, as this might help reduce ash formation in the end. Now I will leave it to settle until tomorrow. Here's how it looks. You can see the top is covered with ash. First soap was made with activated charcoal. And second one with chlorella and green spirulina. This is how I get rid of the ash. If you know a better method, please let me know in the comments. This is the large mold I used. I like making one big soap because it's less hassle, but you end up with only one type of soap. Let's move on to the next part. I found a study from 2018 where researchers compared the effects of different soap types on skin health. They tested creamy, glycerin-containing synthetic and traditional alkaline soaps on 20 volunteers, measuring skin moisture loss and redness before and after using. They came to the conclusion that glycerin and synthetic soaps are gentler on the skin compared to traditional alkaline soaps, which can cause prolonged skin barrier damage. Creamy soaps even showed protective effects due to their moisturizing ingredient. In 2021, the same researchers conducted another study on the same types of soaps, but this time they tested 60 volunteers. They came to the conclusion that alkaline soaps can damage the skin more, while synthetics with mild surfactants are gentler and cause less irritation. Whether this research is good or not, I will leave it for you to decide. Please note that I'm not demonizing alkaline soaps. I know artisans who put their whole heart into making top quality organic soaps, but if I had to buy alkaline soap from a shop, mass produced or imported from other country, I would probably prefer to make my own from high quality glycerin soap base. When it comes to shopping, you need to do good research. It's difficult to find high quality glycerin soap base, and not all suppliers are honest. I can only share my choices, but you might find better options in your country or your area. Currently, I buy most of my skincare ingredients from Aromantic. Not all of them, but most of them. They have a good selection of organic certified products and their prices are very clear. You can also buy in higher volumes and save more. You will find a link to their website under the video if you want to check it out. Let's take a look at glycerin soap base. They have 3 types of glycerin soap base and I only buy semi-transparent because the ingredients marked with a star are made from organic starters. Since we're talking about ingredients, here's a list of things you don't want in your soaps or cosmetics. And by the way, fragrances are really bad. Many are just full of chemicals. This is why I don't buy perfumes, manufactured candles, or air fresheners. Fragrances are often used as a replacement for essential oils because they are cheaper, allowing manufacturers to achieve higher margins. You can buy each type of soap base per kilogram or more. The more you buy, the more you save. Let's check out how much it costs per 150 gram. Here's the formula for doing your calculation. I always buy 5 kg because I don't have space to store more. So for 5 kg, I pay around £1.57 per 150. If you want to add vitamins, based on my recent purchase, it will cost an additional £0.08 for vitamin A and £0.023 for vitamin E. We also need carrier oil. You might want to buy ready-made one like organic almond oil, which would cost £0.79 for 2 teaspoons. For colorants, I calculated the cost based on French pink clay, which is about £0.23 for 2 teaspoons. So, when we add it all up, we've just made a nice, good quality soap for just £2.69. I didn't calculate electricity into it, but glycerin soap base melts quickly, so you wouldn't spend a fortune. If you would like to add organic essential oils and calculate the cost, you can use the same formula as for vitamins. That's all you need. Do you think you will give it a try? Let me know in the comments. If you managed to stay until the end of this video, you deserve a medal. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for being here and supporting my channel.